I know people are not gonna be happy with me about that. Hello everybody, my name is Zoe Rebekah. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I've decided to do a Taylor Swift song tier ranking video as a Swiftie, a new-ish Swiftie. I've told you guys a couple times that I became a Swiftie towards the end of 2022, so I'm still a relatively new Swiftie, but still die-hard dedicated Swiftie and have listened to all of her songs and love most of them, as I was talking about in my All Things Taylor Swift video, which you guys should definitely check out if you haven't already. But I adore these videos. I love watching videos of Swifties rank all of her songs, so I decided to film one myself. I don't know why the last couple videos I've been just wet hair, fresh out of the shower, and my hair looks a little crazy right now. I definitely need a haircut soon, but hopefully you guys don't mind that. But yeah, it kind of makes me feel like this is more casual. It kind of makes me feel like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I'm just chilling with you guys, just talking about Taylor Swift because I love her. But yeah, I also got my coffee here. I guess this qualifies as a cup of Zoe. Didn't plan on that, but got coffee, so I guess it does. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I've never tried to screen record on my Mac before and I had to figure out how to do it. So I have figured it out now, so let's get started. So we have all of her songs in order and my tiers are going to be God tier, Untouchable, Marvelous Tune, Gorgeous, Nothing New, I Forgot That You Existed, and Treacherous. So these are pretty self-explanatory, but I'll briefly explain what these tiers mean. God tier is pretty self-explanatory. It is just perfect. I will never skip it and I love it so much. Untouchable is great. Maybe I'm not in the mood for it sometimes, but that rarely happens and it's just phenomenal. Marvelous Tune is just, you know, a step below that. You know, it's still pretty great, but it's not the best. It's not amazing. It's not exceptional, but it's fabulous. Gorgeous is kind of just in the middle where it's like good, but it's not great. Nothing New is just kind of like generic, nothing special, but it's still a Taylor Swift song, so it's not that bad. I Forgot That You Existed is like not horrible, it's not treacherous, it's not like the worst, but it's not great, it's not good. It could be better. Treacherous is just, there's not gonna be a lot of songs in Treacherous, but those are just songs that I just don't like and I think they're bad. Anyway, so let's get started. So Tim McGraw, we got her very first song, very first single. I love Tim McGraw. I'm not like a huge country fan. Like I feel like I've gotten more into country since I've gotten into Taylor Swift, but like even when I first got into her, I still wasn't that big into country. So her debut album is just not my cup of tea completely, but I still admire it and respect it.
I get it, like I respect it,
and I still like it. It's like one of the few country album songs that I will listen to. But anyway, Tim McGraw, it was an iconic moment. It was her debut. It was a moment in pop culture, but it was her first song. You know, she was really young and obviously she's improved since then. So we're gonna put Tim McGraw in Gorgeous. Okay, so Picture to Burn. I love Picture to Burn. It is one of her most country songs, but it is just so badass and it makes me feel like I'm having a good time whenever I'm listening to it. I just want to scream the lyrics. So I'm gonna put it in Marvelous Tune, even though it's pretty cheesy and it's not like her best songwriting for sure, but it was iconic and I adore the message of the song.
He let her drive the truck. He never let me drive the truck. That is so messed up.
So yeah, anyway. Teardrops on My Guitar. This one's a Marvelous Tune as well, because I feel like not a lot of debut is gonna be in God tier. There might be some in Untouchable. There's probably not gonna be any in Treacherous. I mean, maybe we'll have to find out. But Teardrops on My Guitar was definitely a great song. It was definitely one of the standouts from her debut album, and it is a very vulnerable song for somebody that young. A Place in This World, it's a good song. It's a good message, but it's not her best. So we're just gonna put it in Nothing New. Cold As You, that is God tier. I love Cold As You. That is such a great song. It is the first track 5 of many, and it is the perfect track 5 debut. It's a great song. Like I said, it's very impressive for somebody that young to be able to express how they feel in that way so eloquently. The Outside, I like The Outside. I'm gonna put it in Nothing New just because I like it, but it's not anything special. Tied Together with a Smile is God tier. I love Tied Together with a Smile. I'm one of the top 1,000 listeners of that song on Spotify. I love that song. Stay Beautiful, we're gonna put that in I Forgot That You Existed, because like I said, I don't think a lot of her songs are bad, but there's just some that are just significantly better than others, and we need to leave room for the best songs at the top. But Stay Beautiful, it's okay. It's not my favorite. Should Have Said No is gonna go in Untouchable because because it's a great song. It's iconic. It's such a badass song. And that song really showed her confidence at such a young age. And it was definitely a moment. And it was one of the standouts from that album as well. Mary's song, we're gonna put her in Marvelous too, because that's a great song. It is an underrated song from that album. Like I said, she's got better songs that are on debut, but that is one of the better ones. Our song is gonna go in Untouchable, just because she wrote that at 13 for a talent show. It just brings me back to a simpler time. Even though I wasn't a Swiftie back then, I remember that song poppin' when it came out, and it reminds me of a simpler time. I'm Only Me When I'm With You is going in God tier, because I'm, again, one of the top 1,000 listeners of that song, because I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorites from the whole album. It is one of my favorite songs by her. I love that song. Invisible is going in I Forgot That You Existed. It's really hard for me to put songs in Treacherous just because it makes me feel like blasphemous. I don't know why. It makes me feel like I'm just disrespecting my queen, but we have to be real about some of these songs. Invisible is not my favorite. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. A Perfectly Good Heart is also going in that category. So we're done with debut now. Now we're moving on to Fearless, Taylor's version.
It's fearless.
So we got the song Fearless, which is God tier. There's just something about that song that makes you want to dance in a storm in your best dress fearless. It's just so happy and jovial. 15. I'm putting that in Untouchable because, again, there's something about that song that I really connect with. I think the first time I ever heard that song, I was 15. Somebody shared it with me because I was 15 at the time and I hadn't heard it before. And I immediately connected with it. And like, I wasn't even a Swiftie back then, but I was like, there's something about this song that I really connect with, and it's just so relatable, and it's just, it was a moment. And I feel like everybody needs to listen to that song when they're 15 if they have the chance. Love Story, Taylor's version. Putting her on Untouchable because she's not God tier. I would say she was one of the biggest songs by Taylor Swift and one of her breakthrough songs, but I don't know, I just feel like I like You Belong With Me a little bit more than Love Story, so You Belong With Me is going in God tier, so we'll just get that out of the way now. You Belong With Me is going in God tier. Just because it was a huge popular hit, I will play it every time it comes on, and it is a bop. I love that song. Okay, Hey Steven is going in Marvelous too. I love Hey Steven personally. I know a lot of people don't like it that much, but I personally love Hey Steven. I think it's a bop. White Horse, we're putting her in Marvelous too. That song won a Grammy, and I love playing it on the guitar. It's one of my favorite songs to play on the guitar. It's very great songwriting. It is very vulnerable and great track 5, but I don't know. There's just track 5s that are better. There's songs on Fearless that are better. All right, Breathe is going in Gorgeous. I love Breathe, but there are better songs on Fearless. Tell Me Why is going in God tier because that song is criminally underrated. There's so many songs on Fearless that I believe are criminally underrated among the Swiftie community. Tell Me Why is one of them. It's just a bop. I don't know how else to explain it. You're Not Sorry is going in Untouchable. Again, another severely underrated bop from Fearless. The Way I Loved You is going in God tier. That's not underrated, but everyone acknowledges The Way I Loved You is a phenomenal song. It's perfect. Forever and Always is going in Marvelous too because I love that song, but there's just ones on Fearless that are better. The Best Day is going in Nothing New. It's a cute song. It's just, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Change is going in Nothing New. I like Change, but there are better songs. Jump Then Fall is going in Untouchable. I love Jump Then Fall. Again, I don't know if many people like this song that much, but I adore it. Untouchable is going in, oh no, what happened? Oh, there we go. Untouchable is going in Gorgeous. Just because I like that song, it's just, I feel like more Swifties like it more than I do. I don't dislike it, it's just, I don't like it as much as some other Swifties do. Come In With the Rain is going in God tier. That is a perfect song. Superstar is going in Gorgeous. That is a song that I think I like more than a lot of other Swifties, but there are better songs. The Other Side of the Door is just God tier. That is the perfect closer for Fearless. The original standard version of Fearless. It's just a perfect album closer. Today Was a Fairy Tale is going in Untouchable. It's just a happy song. It makes me feel good. You All Over Me is going in Untouchable. I feel like that song is severely underrated as well. The verses, especially in that song, are just so poetic and amazingly written. Mr. Perfectly Fine is going in God tier. That song is not underrated, and it is perfectly rated because it's amazing and people are giving her flowers like she deserves. We Were Happy is going in I Forgot That You Existed. Okay, I don't love that song that much. I just think it's kind of boring. Don't come at me. That's When is going in Treacherous. Sorry. I don't like that song that much. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it, and I would skip it. Like, I do skip it, but sometimes I don't skip it. If I'm in the mood for it, which is not that often, I won't skip it, but often I do skip it. Don't You is going in Gorgeous. I think it's a little slow. I think it's a little boring, but it is a lot better songwriting than some of the other ones. Bye Bye Baby. This one's going in Marvelous too. Bye Bye Baby is so underrated, and I feel like people don't like it, and I don't know why because I love it. It doesn't deserve to be in God tier or Untouchable, but I love it. If This Was a Movie is going in Marvelous Tune as well. All right, so now we're moving on to Speak Now, Taylor's version. Mine is going in God tier. A lot of these songs are going to be in God tier. I love Speak Now. Sparks Fly is going in Untouchable. Back to December is going in Marvelous Tune because it was a really popular song and I do really like it, but I just feel like there's better songs on the album. Speak Now is going in Gorgeous just because it's not a bad song, but it is definitely my least favorite title track. Dear John is going in God tier. That belongs there, nowhere else. Mean is going in Gorgeous. The Story of Us is going in God tier because I don't know how you can listen to the intro of that song and not immediately just be put into the story of us. It's just amazing. Never Grow Up. Okay, this is gonna be a hot take. People are gonna be so mad at me for that. Never Grow Up isn't my favorite song by her. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. I think it's kind of repetitive and I don't know. I just don't connect with it as much. I just don't relate to the song that much and I think it's kind of repetitive and I don't like it that much. It's not one of those songs that's too sad for me to listen to. It's just one of those songs that's too repetitive for me to listen to and I'm sorry if that seems harsh.
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that
No.
Enchanted is going in Marvelous Tune because again, same thing as Back to December. It was a big hit. It's a great song, but I don't know. I just feel like some of the other songs in this album deserve their flowers more so than they got because of those two songs. Better Than Revenge is going in Untouchable. I love Better Than Revenge. I definitely think that it was fitting for a 19-year-old to have written that at the time because whether we want to admit it or not, as women, we all have other women that we just don't like that much and sometimes it becomes really intense dislike. And as you get older, you learn that it doesn't matter and you don't need to put your energy into pettiness as much, but you know, teenage girls are just petty. That's how it is. Innocent is going in I Forgot That You Existed. And it's not because of the song. It's mostly because of who the song's about. I can't agree with her forgiveness for that man, especially considering what happened later after that song was written. That song just makes me kind of angry. I have to be real. Okay, anyway. Haunted is going in God tier. I adore Haunted. It makes me wish that she had like a full rock album sometimes. Some of these songs like The Story of Us and Better Than Revenge, the more rock heavy songs, they make me really wish that she had like a full rock album and it makes me excited for the prospect of that happening. Last Kiss is going in Untouchable. I love Last Kiss. It's almost too sad for me to listen to sometimes, but it is just a phenomenally written song. But it's not going in God tier just because it's almost too sad sometimes for me to listen to. Long Live is going in God tier where it belongs. She belongs in God tier. Ours is going in Gorgeous. Nothing new because it's not bad. It's just ours. Superman is also kind of the same thing. Electric Touch is going in Untouchable because I believe she is criminally underrated as well and she is phenomenal. Again, rock kind of song and it makes me excited for the prospect of a rock album from her. When Emma Falls in Love is going in Marvelous Tune. I think I liked it more when it first came out and then I realized I liked the other vault tracks better, but I still liked that one because I think the Speak Now vault is great. I feel like Swifties don't appreciate the Speak Now vault enough. Next is I Can See You. We're putting her in Marvelous Tune as well. Again, I think I liked this song a little more when it first came out because it was kind of jarring. I wasn't expecting that sound when it came out, but I really liked it when it came out and I still really like it, but I just think that the hype died down a little bit for me, but I still love it. Castles Crumbling is going in God tier because that song is amazing and it is severely underappreciated in the Swiftie community as well. Please go stream Castles Crumbling. It is phenomenal. Foolish One is also going in God tier. That song is great. I don't necessarily relate to it. I know a lot of people do, but it is just a great song. It is a phenomenally written song and I think that was my boyfriend's favorite Speak Now vault track when it first came out. Timeless is going in Untouchable. I think Timeless is a great song. I think it is a little cheesy, so that's why it's not going in God tier, just because there's a couple parts of it that are just a little too cheesy, but it is just a phenomenally written song. I know I keep repeating the same phrases, but I don't know what else to say. Okay, moving on to Red Taylor's version. So first we got State of Grace, Taylor's version, and we're gonna put her in Marvelous Tune. It's a great album opener. Red, Taylor's version, we're gonna put in Gorgeous. I think that Red is my second least favorite. I know there's only 5 title tracks that she has, and I think my ranking for my title tracks is Evermore, Lover, Fearless, Red, and Speak Now. I think those are my rankings for my title tracks. I just wanted to throw that in there. Treacherous, Taylor's version, is going on Untouchable. That is a criminally underrated song in the Swiftie community, and it is amazing. I love Treacherous. Another song that I love to play on the guitar. I Knew You Were Trouble is going in Marvelous Tune just because she's a little overplayed. It's a great song, but overplayed a little bit. All Too Well 10-minute version. I don't need to explain this one at all, but she is just automatically going to God tier. She's going first in the God tier. That is just the best song that she has ever written, and that's just kind of a universal objective thing. I think 22, we're putting her in Gorgeous. She's a fun song, but she's just 22. I almost do. We're gonna put her in Gorgeous, just because I like the song. I just don't listen to it as much as some other songs. We're Never Ever Gonna Get Back Together is we're putting her in Gorgeous because it's one of the big hits she had, and it's a little overplayed. Stay, Stay, Stay is going in Nothing New. I don't dislike Stay, Stay, Stay. I like Stay, Stay, Stay. I think it's great. I think it's fun, but I do agree with some people that it does sound a little bit like a Target commercial. The Last Time is going in God tier. This song is another one criminally underrated in the Swiftie community. It is amazing. Oh my god, people need to listen to The Last Time and realize and acknowledge how phenomenal that song is. Holy Ground is going in God tier. I think this song is kind of underrated in the general public, but not in the Swiftie community. I feel like a lot of Swifties do appreciate this song, but people outside of Swifties don't know this song or appreciate it as much as they should. But Holy Ground is an amazing song. Sad, Beautiful, Tragic is going in Untouchable. Sad, Beautiful, Tragic and Treacherous give off similar vibes, and they're a really great sad song. The Lucky One is going in Gorgeous, just because she's a good song, but I don't gravitate towards listening to her as much as some other ones. Everything Has Changed is going in Nothing New. I don't dislike her Ed collabs. I know that's like a polarizing thing in the Swiftie community, is if people like her collabs with Ed or not. I like her Ed collabs, but they're just not my favorite songs. I don't dislike them, but they're definitely not high up in my ranking a lot. Like Run here is going in Treacherous. I'm sorry. I don't strongly dislike it, but I don't like it really at all. That's like a very popular opinion in the Swiftie community, that Run is not great, and I fully agree with that. It's not a great song. Anyway, Starlight is going in Nothing New. One of those songs that is just not bad, but it's not something that I gravitate towards at all. Begin Again is going in Untouchable. Phenomenal song. Amazing. The Moment I Knew. Okay, so I'm putting The Moment I Knew in Gorgeous because I do think it's a really well-written song, but I also just feel like the whole song could be summarized in one sentence, and that is, he didn't come to my birthday party. Literally the whole song could just be summarized in, like, I knew we were over when he didn't come to my birthday party. That was the moment I knew. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get the sentiment of the song, but I just feel like it didn't need to be a whole song based on this one sentence that it could have been. Come Back Be Here, we're putting her in Marvelous Tune because I think she's a little underrated, and I do listen to her more than I've seen other Swifties, and I think it's a bop, but there are better ones. Girl at Home, Taylor's version. We're putting her in Gorgeous. It's a good song. It's a bop. I prefer the Taylor's version over the Stolen version. I have listened to the Stolen version, and I prefer the Taylor's version, actually. I know that's kind of a hot take. Some people prefer the original version. I prefer the Taylor's version a lot more, actually. So if it was the original version, it would be like, I forgot that you existed. But because it's the Taylor's version, it's going in Marvelous Too. Ronan, I don't know what to do with this. This doesn't seem fair to rank. We're just not gonna rank Ronan. I don't feel right ranking that song. Okay, Better Man, we're gonna put in Untouchable because that is a great song. I love that song, and it fits the album Red perfectly. Nothing New is going in God tier. Come on, this thing is driving me crazy. Okay, I love Phoebe Bridgers, so that helps. The collab with Phoebe really helped push it up there, but she wrote it by herself, and it is just so vulnerable, and it is so relatable, and even though it is kind of about her being famous and like feeling like her fame is gonna like wear out and like people aren't gonna like her over time, even though most of us aren't famous and can't relate to that aspect of the song, it is a very relatable song. Babe is going in Marvelous Too. I love Babe. Message in a Bottle is going in God tier. I love Message in a Bottle. It is so fun. It is so catchy. I Bet You Think About Me is also going in God tier. I know I'm putting a lot of songs in God tier, but I'm trying to spread it out as best I can, but it's just like, I love her songs so much, guys. Don't come at me. Forever Winter, I'm thinking this has to go in God tier because, oh, that song breaks my heart, and she has this beautiful, amazing skill with being able to put these heartbreaking lyrics over like super catchy boppy beats. And I don't know, it's just like that song is one of those songs where it's like super upbeat in the beat, but the lyrics are so heartbreaking, and it's phenomenal how she's able to do that so well. The Very First Night is also going in God tier. The Very First Night is very on par with Message in a Bottle, and they are equally just perfect. Okay, so anyway, moving on to 1989 Taylor's version.
I'm Taylor. There's one thing you should know about me before we begin. I was born in 1989.
So we got Welcome to New York, Taylor's version. We're gonna put her in Marvelous too. 1989 is hard to rank because a lot of it's perfect, but we're gonna try here. Blank Space is going in God tier because even though it was such a big song, that was for a reason. It is such a well-written song. It was a moment in time in pop culture when that came out, and she really made a statement with that song, and I appreciate it. Style, Taylor's version, is going in Untouchable. I love the intro of that song. It just brings you to a whole nother world.
I think that's one of the greatest songs of our time. I just think that the way she sings that song, it just takes me to another place.
Out of the Woods is going in also Untouchable. All You Had to Do Is Stay is also going in Untouchable. Shake It Off is going in Marvelous too. Just, it's overplayed and it's not my favorite, but it's not bad at all. I Wish You Would is going in Marvelous too. Bad Blood is going in Gorgeous, just because I prefer the Kendrick Lamar remix over the solo version. Wildest Dreams is going in Untouchable. Amazing song. How You Get the Girl is going in Gorgeous. This Love, Taylor's version, is going in Untouchable. I Know Places is going in God tier. I absolutely love I Know Places, especially the Taylor's version. I think it was upgraded from the original. Clean, I think that has to go in God tier. That song is one of the best songs she's ever written. It's one of the best, most vulnerable, most emotional, most relatable songs she's ever written, and just relatable in a very like overarching way, not for a specific experience. Just so many people can relate to it for so many different experiences. I love that about that song. Wonderland is going in Untouchable. It's a great song. You Are in Love is going in God tier. It's one of my favorite songs by her. There's just something about that song that makes you feel like you're in that place with her and you're in her head and you're feeling what she's feeling. I don't know, when you're able to express that through music, I just think it's really impressive and I love it. New Romantics is going in Untouchable. Slut is going in God tier. One of my favorite songs by her of all time. I adore that song. I think it's underrated even though it just came out, but people are starting to realize how amazing it is, but I've loved it since the moment I heard it. Say Don't Go, I'm putting in Marvelous tune. I know a lot of people really like that song, but it's my least favorite of the Speak Now Ball track. Now That We Don't Talk, it's going in Marvelous tune because if it was longer, it would go in Untouchable. It might even go in God tier, but it's way too short. Suburban Legend, we're gonna put in Gorgeous. I really like this song. I know a lot of people don't like that song, and I kind of understand why. A lot of it, you really kind of have to like pay attention to what she's trying to say because it doesn't seem like it makes any sense what she's trying to say unless you really pay attention to it. So that's why she's going in Gorgeous. And Is It Over Now is going in Untouchable. I know a lot of people love that song. I like Slut a little more than Is It Over Now, but Is It Over Now is a great song. All right, moving on to Reputation. So we're gonna do Ready For It. As I've told you guys, this is my least favorite album, but there are plenty of songs that I adore. Like Ready For It is going in Untouchable. Actually, she might go in God tier because Ready For It is probably my favorite song on Reputation, and it is just a bop. The boom, boom, boom. Makes me emotional, I don't know. All right, Endgame. We're gonna put her in Marvelous tune. I actually loved Endgame. I understand why people don't like it, mostly because of Future and Edd's verses, which I don't dislike, but if it was a solo song, I feel like I would like it a little more, to be honest. So I do agree with that. I Did Something Bad is going in Gorgeous. I think it's very powerful, but like I've told you guys, Reputation just isn't my favorite style of music, so that affects my opinions about these. Don't Blame Me is going in Untouchable. She is powerful. She's a powerful song. Delicate is going in Marvelous too. I don't like Delicate as much as some other Swifties do, but I don't dislike it at all. I think it's a great song, but I just don't like it as much as some of her other songs. I think it might be my least favorite track 5. Yeah, it's probably my least favorite track 5. I mean, All You Had to Do Was Stay is probably a close second. But anyway, Look What You Made Me Do. I think I'm gonna put it in Untouchable because I want to put her in God tier, but it took me a long time to like that song. I like it now, but I did not like it for a while. I found the chorus like annoying for a while, but I like it a lot better now. But if I liked it like immediately, if it didn't take me so long to like it, then it would go in God tier. So It Goes is going in Marvelous too. I love So It Goes. I think that she is definitely underrated in the Swiftie community, but I kind of understand why some people don't like it. Gorgeous is going in Gorgeous. I think I'm just gonna have to put her in Gorgeous. Not just because that's the tier name, but Gorgeous isn't one of my favorites on Reputation. And I don't love Reputation to begin with, but it's definitely one of the lower points for me. Getaway Car is going in Untouchable. Actually, no, she's going in God tier. Getaway Car is definitely one of my favorites from Reputation. King of My Heart is going in Gorgeous. And I know some people love King of My Heart, and I get why, but I can't get into it as much as some other people have. Dancing with Her Hands Tied is going in Marvelous too. I actually prefer the acoustic version she did of that song. I don't know, I just feel like I connect connect with it more in the overly produced studio version, but it's a great song. Dress is going in nothing new. I know people are not going to be happy with me about that, but Dress is not one of my favorites. I know a lot of people love the song Dress. I just don't like it that much. This is why we can't have nice things is also going in nothing new. Call It What You Want is going in Untouchable. Actually, no, she's going God Tier. I love that song. That song is definitely probably my favorite from the whole album. And New Year's Day is just, she's gonna go in Gorgeous. And she's a little slow. She's a little boring, but she's still a great song. All right, moving on to Lover. Lover. I forgot that you existed. We're gonna put her in Marvelous too because I actually really like that song. I don't think it's a great album opener. Lover is definitely one of my least favorite albums as well. It's not one of her strongest albums, but it's not bad in any way. Cruel Summer, of course she is going in God Tier because that's where she belongs. Cruel Summer has always deserved to be God Tier. Lover is going in Untouchable. Actually, no, she's going in God Tier because this song Lover is definitely one of the best songs from the whole album, Lover. And I think it is a phenomenally written song and she wrote it by herself, so that's even better. The Man is going in Marvelous too. I like The Man. I really like the performance she does on the Eras tour for it. I love the music video. I love the whole message of the song. The Archer is going in Marvelous tune as well. I love The Archer. It's a great track vibe, but it's not one of the best track vibes. I'm trying to balance out this as much as I can and trying to be as fair as possible. I think He Knows is going in Gorgeous. Actually, I think He Knows is going in Nothing New because it really is nothing new. Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince, you'll go in Gorgeous just because it's one of those songs that I don't like as much as some other Swifties do. I love the song, but it's just I don't see it as God tier like some other Swifties do. Paper Rings is going in Marvelous too. She's a fun, catchy song, and I think she's also underrated, and people hate on her too much. Cornelia Street is going in God tier. That is one of the best songs she's ever written. It is amazing, and it is heartbreaking. Death by a Thousand Cuts is, I think we have to put her in God tier. Just the bridge alone that makes that song God tier. The whole bridge, just amazing. London Boy is a little bit of an obsolete song at this point, so I'm gonna put her in Marvelous tune because I do love the song. I think it's so catchy. I think it's really cute, but the whole song's message is obsolete at this point, so I don't know. Again, Soon You'll Get Better is one of those songs I don't feel comfortable ranking, so we're just gonna leave her there. False God, we're gonna put her in Untouchable because she's a great song. She's not exactly God tier, but she's close. She needs to do like some sort of jazz album. She gave us a little taste of it in that song, and now we're all just craving it. She still hasn't given us anything like that. So Taylor, if you're watching this, You Need to Calm Down is going in. I think we're gonna put her in Marvelous tune just because it's one of the bigger songs that I do like. It took me a little bit to like it. I did not like it when I first heard it, but I do like it now that I listen to it more. But again, it's one of those things that if it didn't take me so long to like it, then it wouldn't be this low. Afterglow is going in Marvelous tune as well. I don't know, it's just I feel like a lot of her Lover songs, just these four in particular, are really strong. And same thing with Daylight is going in God tier because I feel like these 5 songs in particular on Lover were really strong in comparison to a lot of the other songs that were kind of weaker on the album. And just how strong those songs are and how not strong some of the other songs were, it was a very stark contrast and it was very noticeable. B is going in Treacherous. I'm sorry, Me stands. I don't like the song. It's Nice to Have a Friend is going in I Forgot That You Existed. It's not bad, it's just, it's boring to me. All of the Girls You Loved Before is going in Marvelous too. I definitely really like that song, but I wouldn't put it like on a God tier pedestal. All right, moving on to Folklore, my favorite album. This is really gonna be hard for me to put any outside of God tier. But anyway, The One is going in God tier. The One is one of the most perfect album openers I've ever heard, and just, I love that album. I love the song. I can't stress that enough. Okay, Cardigan is going in Untouchable. I love Cardigan. The Last Great American Dynasty, she's going in God tier. That is just peak phenomenal storytelling in songwriting. Exile is going in Untouchable. My Tears Ricochet is going in God tier because that's where it belongs. That's where that song belongs always. One of the best track vibes. Mirrorball is also going in God tier. I can't help it. I'm sorry, guys. Folklore and Evermore, it's gonna be hard for me to put any songs lower than Untouchable. 7 is going in Untouchable. It's my boyfriend's favorite Taylor Swift song, fun fact. August is also going in Untouchable. This Is Me Trying is going in God tier. Illicit Affairs is also going in God tier. Oh, this is gonna be so hard for me to put songs lower than Untouchable. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Invisible String will put her in Untouchable. Mad Woman will also put her in Untouchable. Epiphany will put her in Marvelous tune because it's probably my least favorite of the entire album, but it's definitely not anywhere near a skip. Betty will put her in Untouchable. Peace, we're gonna put her in Untouchable. Hoax, we're gonna put her in Untouchable. And The Lakes, we're putting her in God tier because The Lakes is definitely God tier. Okay, moving on to Evermore. So we got Willa first. I want to put her in Untouchable. It's a great, phenomenal album opener. Champagne Problems automatically goes in God tier because that's where she belongs. One of the best songs she's ever written. Gold Rush, I also believe is one of the best songs she's ever written, which people do not acknowledge enough. She is going in God tier. Some of the lyrics in that song. I don't like that falling feels like flying till the bone crush. 'Tis the damn season. We're gonna put her in Marvelous too. Tolerated is going in God tier. That song breaks my heart. Absolutely shatters me to pieces. But it is just one of those songs that is just so vulnerable that it's just like, wow, you really were able to express that pain in such an eloquent, creative way. I don't know. Her abilities continue to impress me all the time. No Body, No Crime, we'll put her in Marvelous too. She's a fun song. Happiness, we're gonna put her in Untouchable. It's a really great song, and I feel like some people don't like that song as much. I absolutely love it. Dorothea, we're gonna put in Marvelous too. Coney Island, we're gonna put in God tier because it is God tier. I can't help it. It is God tier. That bridge, man, Ivy is going in God tier automatically. It's one of my most streamed songs. It is just, again, I think Ivy is one of the best songs she's ever written. It's definitely one of her most poetic songs. Cowboy Like Me, I'm sorry, she has to go in God tier. Has to. Long story short, I have a long story short tattoo. I'm not gonna put her in God tier just because she doesn't belong in God tier. Even though I have a tattoo for her, I love the song and I obviously relate to it a lot. She's going in Untouchable because I think she belongs in Untouchable. Marjorie is definitely one of those songs that I feel a little uncomfortable ranking, but I feel like it's okay to rank Marjorie, especially because I love the song. We're gonna put her in Untouchable. Closure, we're putting in Marvelous too. I don't appreciate the hate that Closure gets. People love to hate on the Pots and Pans song. I think she's a really great song. I think it's very well written. Some of the lyrics in there people just do not appreciate enough. Now I'm just a wrinkle in your new life, being friends would iron it out so nice. Like, pay attention to these lyrics, people. Evermore, my favorite title track. She's going in God tier. It's an amazing song. Right Where You Left Me is also going in God tier. One of the universally acclaimed songs within the Swiftie community, as she should be. It's Time to Go is going in Untouchable. I still love her, not as much as Right Where You Left Me. All right, next we're on to Midnight.
Meet me at midnight.
So we got Lavender Haze. We're gonna put her in Marvelous too. A great album opener, but not the best album opener. Maroon is definitely one of those songs that I don't like as much as some other Swifties do. I think it's a great song. I'm not gonna deny that. It's a fucking fantastic song.
It's a real fucking legacy.
But I don't listen to it as much as some other Swifties do. So we're gonna put her in Marvelous too. Antihero is going in. I'm gonna put her in God tier. She deserves to be in God tier. That is one of the best songs, best pop songs that I've ever heard. And I saw somebody say that she wrote it to be a TikTok song, and I completely disagree with that because I think it is one of her most vulnerable songs she's ever written. I think it is one of the best songs she's ever written, and I think she completely deserves all the praise it's getting, if not more. Snow on the Beach, we're gonna put her in Marvelous too. I do like that song. The More Lana version, I obviously prefer more. You're On Your Own Kid is going in God tier immediately. One of the best songs she's ever written. I know I've said that for a bunch of them, but I truly mean that when I say it. And You're On Your Own Kid is definitely one of my favorite songs of all of her songs. Midnight Rain, we're putting her in Gorgeous. Definitely don't like that song as some other Swifties do. The auto-tune throws me off. I don't like it that much. If that wasn't there, I would like it more. Question, we're also putting in Gorgeous because I do like the song. I admire it. I think it's great. I respect it, but I don't love it. Vigilante Shit, we're putting in Marvelous too. Bejeweled, we're also putting in Marvelous too. Labyrinth, we're putting in Gorgeous. Karma is going in Untouchable. Karma is that girl like.
Karma is that girl like.
Sweet Nothing is going in Gorgeous. Mastermind, I'm gonna put her in Untouchable. It took me a little bit to like that song. I didn't love that song at first, but I like it a lot more than I used to. The Great War is going in Untouchable. I think it's a phenomenal song. I just don't listen to it a lot. Bigger Than the Whole Sky, I'm not ranking that one. Paris, we're gonna put in Marvelous too because I think she's a super fun bop. High Infidelity is going in Untouchable. I think it's a very underrated song and I think it's phenomenal. A great song. Glitch, we're gonna put her in Nothing New. She's just kind of short and slow and boring, but she's not bad. What If Coulda Shoulda, immediately going to God tier. Going like up here. God tier. I definitely think this is one of the best songs she's ever written. It is definitely one of my favorite songs. If you have not heard the song, you have to. It'll change your life. Dear Reader, we're gonna put her in Marvelous too. I think it is a phenomenal song. I just don't choose to listen to it as much as some other ones. Hits Different, immediately going in God tier where she belongs. That song really does hits different. She made sure that the title was fitting for the song. You're Losing Me is also very contrasting vibes, but also going into God tier because it is, again, one of the best songs she's ever written and definitely one of the saddest, most heartbreaking songs she's ever written. So now we have some other random songs that aren't part of albums. Well, we have the Christmas EP here. And so we'll put Last Christmas, we'll put Nothing New because it's literally nothing new. Christmas Is When You Were Mine, I like that one. We'll put that in Marvelous too. Santa Baby, again, it kind of has to go in Nothing New. And so same thing with White Christmas and Silent Night. I mean, Silent Night, I don't think I've ever even listened to that one. I maybe listened to it once. So we're just not even gonna rank her. This one, I do not like this song. All right, Beautiful Eyes, we're gonna put her in Marvelous Tune, and I Heart Question Mark is Untouchable. 2 is Better Than 1 is amazing. So we're gonna put her in Untouchable. That's with Boys Like Girls, Martin Johnson guy. Crazier, oh my god, I cannot wait for Crazier Taylor's version. We're putting her in Untouchable. Both of us, well, the thing about this song is that she only sings the chorus and it's the same thing over and over again, and then the rest of it's just B.O.B. rapping. So I'm just gonna put her in Gorgeous because I don't dislike the song, but it's just there's not much Taylor in it. Safe and Sound is God tier, and so is Eyes Open. The 2 songs that she wrote for the Hunger Games soundtrack are just perfect. She did that so well. She knew the assignment and she did the assignment like she was supposed to. Highway Don't Care, again, she didn't write this song and she only sings the chorus, like one part of the song, but I do really like the song and I think it is a great song and I think it is really well written. So we're just gonna put her in Marvelous too. Sweeter Than Fiction is such a fun song. We're gonna put her in Untouchable. I Want to Live Forever with Zayn, Untouchable. It's a really great song. I don't even know what Big Star is. I don't even know what Big Star is. But Beautiful Ghost is going in I Forgot That You Existed, and McCavity is going in Treasure. Only the Young is going in Marvelous too. She is a bop. Gasoline is going in Gorgeous. That's with Hein. Christmas Tree Farm is going in God Tier because it is one of the best modern Christmas songs ever and it's amazing. Renegade is, again, oh my gosh. I wish more people understood how perfect Renegade is. I love this song so much and I relate to it so much. It's amazing. The Alcott, again, I wish people acknowledged how perfect this song is because she is God Tier. The Joker and the Queen with Ed Sheeran, I'm gonna put her I Forgot That You Existed because I genuinely did kind of forget it existed. Same thing with Birch. I think I've maybe listened to it once and I don't really remember much about it. Carolina, I love Carolina. We're gonna put her in Untouchable. And then the rest of these songs, these three I don't feel comfortable ranking. This I don't know if I've even heard it, and this I've never heard of. But yeah, so this is gonna be it for my Taylor Swift ranking video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Here is the whole ranking. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys like to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell and share this video and my channel to those you think might be interested and leave me comments down below. Make sure you guys leave me suggestions for other videos you guys want to see. Make sure you guys get copies of my memoir, Battles on the Borderline, and my poetry book and erotic anthology and my psychology. Make sure you guys stream all of my music out, my singles, I'm Zoe, I'm Lonely, Retrospection, and This Relationship, as well as my spoken word album, Metamorphosis, all available on Spotify, Apple, or whatever streaming platform you use. Make sure you guys check out my podcast, Ebbs and Flows with Zoe Frenchman, also available on whatever streaming platform you use, and make sure you guys follow me on all my other social medias. My Snapchat is Zoe Frenchman, my Instagram is Zoe R Frenchman, my Twitter is Zoe Rebekah F, and my TikTok is Zoe RF420. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!